Hi guys, I got a really cool sacrifice in my OTV classical game recently in the Maia Open in Portugal, and I wanted to show you guys. So we started off just a pretty standard Sicilian Alpine situation, but he made one critical error in his development. I think you need to bring this knight to c6 just to keep the coordination, and when he brought the knight to d7, it just kind of cuts off black's coordination. So this bishop's cut off from this pawn, this queen's cut off from this bishop, and that was kind of the first opportunity that I saw, because now with bishop g5, this queen is no longer defending this bishop. And if you take, I thought knight takes, and I thought these pieces would pretty quickly come into the attack, and black's pieces are pretty far away from the king, and I thought it was pretty scary for black. So instead he played rook e8. I was assuming in order to allow knight f8 situations, which he didn't actually do, because now I still get knight g5. I wasn't sure what to do after knight f8, but he played g6, which I thought was a little bit weakening, and especially here without the dark squared bishop, I thought I had some chances. So I played queen h3 here, very simple, just, you know, threatening, taking on h7. I actually missed that queen f3 was forking this this pawn and this rook, but thankfully I was able to play it later. Again, after knight f8, it wasn't exactly sure, but in my mind I was like, okay, let's see if he actually plays it. And he played h5. So I was like, okay, cool. First things first, just wanted to deal with this hanging piece here, and I realized that if I take on d6, I can dislodge the queen, and forking both these pieces, the queen has to take back, and that fixes my problems. And then I was able to play queen f3, hitting the rook and this f7 square, and after the rook moves, I've been calculating this whole time some kind of like taking on e6 or f7 sack, and I was like, it has to work, but I didn't think it worked, because I thought after this move, takes and then bishop takes, I realized that the queen could actually just take it because my queen's hanging. And so when I take your queen, you take my queen, and I take your rook, and after all is said and done, I am up a little bit of material, but you have two minors for this rook, and I wasn't exactly sure. I thought, thought I had better, which I did, and I found this really cool move that unfortunately didn't happen in the game. Rook takes e6, and the problem is when you take my queen, I take your queen with check, and now you have to move the king out of the way, and then I pick up this rook, and I'm just up a full rook. So I thought that was really nice, and so I played knight takes f7. Unfortunately, he didn't play that line. He played bishop b7, attacking this queen, but this also doesn't work because I take your queen and it's undefended, whereas you take my queen and it is defended. So the game continues, and just play some more trading moves of materials. So I just want to trade everything that I can, and after all is said and done, I'm just up a piece and some pawns, and he resigned.